Hello, I'm ABX and welcome back to the video. Today we're going to talk about custom minigame maps for Minecraft console. The reason I wanted to do this is because even though it is one of the most heavily requested features since Battle did come out, I feel like it's one of those things that you can easily dismiss as being a pretty bad idea, or as being too hard, or as, requiring too much GUI work, but I feel like I wanted to kind of put the case forward as to why it could be a really good idea, why it could be done easily, and why it should be done at some point in the future. Because, again, I feel like it's the sort of idea that's easy to write off, but I want to put forward the proper case, the proper argument, so that hopefully someone from 4J or Microsoft, or just someone who can put the message forward, can see this video and at least thinks about the argument, and even if they say no afterwards, it'd be nice to have the full case for custom maps put forward. So hopefully you do all enjoy this video. In the background, I'll be checking out, it's a Samurai Hunger Games maps by the Universal Builders. I think it's a great example of what could be done with custom battle maps on console, and hopefully all of you do too, or enjoy this video in general. If you do, like it and let me know, because it helps out the channel a lot and increases the odds slightly if someone from 4J or Microsoft seeing it. Again, I don't know what the odds of that are. Every now and then I know some of them do watch my videos, so maybe someone finds this, that's the dream. But with that said, let's get straight into it, shall we? So let's start, I guess I kind of want to put forward like a two key point argument, the why and the how. So why do we need custom minigame maps on console? Because the argument against it is kind of strong, because you can say, well, most of the maps are going to suck, most of the maps will be invalid, and it's going to lower people's fun if there's a lot of bad maps. However, the counter argument I'd say to that is that you can currently make custom battle game maps, it's just they really have a lot of disadvantages. So again, this is technically a battle map, right? It's Hunger Games / battle. It's got the same thing where there's 8 of you around the center chest, and then after you get the center chest and the grace period runs out, you go off and you run around and you check out the things around there. It's even roughly the same size as a battle map, but if you wanted to play battle on this, it would be nowhere near as fun as battle, because first of all, the chests are going to be the same each time you load it up. This chest is always going to contain free chicken, an iron axe, and some, arrows and stuff. The big issue of it is that you have to use some sort of piston mechanism, to actually launch people, or you just rely on people going at the same time. 3, the grace period doesn't run out at the exact same time. The host has to actually do it. And then 4, when people die, they don't turn into spectators, they come back to life. And if you're playing with people that you can't entirely trust, they'll come back to life and try and kill you again, which is something that's very frustrating, but that doesn't mean it hasn't been done. So, yeah, that's the why, I think. The why is that custom battle mid-game maps can be done right now. It's just they really suck in their current form in terms of actually playability. So the second point as to why would be the fact that I feel like it could massively increase enjoyment. Again, the kind of logical first point is that if there's enough bad maps, then it might make people really hate battle. But, the counterpoint to that, I would say, is that imagine the amount of enjoyment that could be increased when people play amazing maps like this. Imagine if you're going into battle and your friend just invites you, and instead of getting like Cove, or instead of getting this, you play a brand new map for the first time, and it's got this amazing samurai theme that you'll never get from a default battle map. Even if you buy the season pass, which is reasonably expensive, by the way, even if you buy that season pass, you'll never be able to play a map with a giant floating dragon that you can actually get inside of. You'll never be able to play a map like that because, there's just not going to be one. And that is one of the big arguments. It increases the content of the game, people who do want to play battle, massively. But also on the map makers end, map makers on console, like, there's a surprising number of them, but every single one I've spoken to feels like they're being neglected by the developers in some way. And although I think that's a bit of an exaggeration, from their perspective, they make maps for console, and then there's no proper way to get them out there, and then you can't even, like, if you make a battle map, it's just going to be second class to the actual battle maps, which, kind of sucks for them, because a whole build team's got together. It's something like 9 people. Let me show you the credits board on this, actually. There's something like a whole 9 people. Okay, yeah. All of these people, 9 separate people. Is that 10, actually? Okay, that is 10 people. 10 people got together to build this giant map, and that's, that's probably more, if not the same, as the people who make the battle minigame maps, and there's no way for them to put them out here, and if people can find this map, then it's just going to be, kind of second class to the actual battle maps, which is a shame. So, yeah, what is the easy solution to that? So I've explained the why. I think it would improve the game. I think it would improve the enjoyment. But what about the how? Because the implementation of it, I feel like, is key to either making a bad system that everyone hates, or making a good system which everyone loves, and that can really revive, both the people who make the maps, but also just people who want to play battle and want to explore new stuff. So I feel like there's an easy enough way to do this. This is me talking as someone who, of course, hasn't programmed Minecraft console before, but this is just, again, the idea that maybe can be refined, or you can look at and say this. But I think the easiest way to do it is just to make it so you go into a custom world like this. So this is a survival world right now, and then when you save, instead of having a save game, have like a save to minigame, or when you're in the menu, have like a convert to minigame map, and then when you convert to a minigame map, you have to have at least, let's say, 20 chests, 8 around the center, that, and then have one block, make it the diamond block, or make a brand new block for it. So In this map, for instance, I don't actually see any diamond blocks anywhere, because diamond blocks aren't commonly used. So let's make diamond blocks the spawn point. So you have to have exactly 8 diamond blocks, and they all have to be roughly the same distance from the center. So as easy as that, you can make it so every one of these is a diamond block, so just like that. Oh, there's a piston ball there, but every single one of these blocks is a diamond. You have to have 8 diamonds in your world, and then those are your 8 spawn points. And then boom, you've made it so a map has to be a valid battle map. Also, if you have actual edges, you can make it so people don't have to have glass like this, because again, this is another downside of developing on console. You have to make your own border of the map, because otherwise people can walk around. Whereas if you made it so they had to have a border, which is like, let's say 150 by 150, I think that's roughly what this map is, or you make it whatever the battle map size is, then second of all, you make sure they have at least 20 chests, or 15 chests, or 10 chests, and then you make it so they have at least 8 spawn points. Again, I'm going to say block of diamond, but you can make a separate block, or you could just say diamond blocks are always spawn points, don't use them elsewhere. If you just do that simple system, then boom, you've made a minigame map. But what about playing on minigame maps? What if someone makes a giant, horribly inappropriate build that you don't want people to see? Well, all you have to do is make it so, 1, public games cannot be done on custom maps. That's not something you can do. It has to be a private, or at least an invite only, it has to be a invite only, or at the very least a game which isn't available to the public. That way you can't ever just run into some dude who's got a creeper that looks like insert inappropriate thing here. That way, if you want to play custom maps, all you have to do is find people who are willing to host them, and boom, you can play across all of their maps. And because of the battle system, it allows you to sort through all the maps, and it means you could really have a way to, 1, share maps on Minecraft console, but 2, play brand new maps. Are you kind of bored of the 9 maps you have right now? Because, that is something a lot of people feel. Then, oh, guess what? If you join, your boy Toycat's game, then he's going to invite you into the Samurai Hunger Games, which he's downloaded. Or, if you join the Universal Builders and you make, you're actual friends with them, then they can invite you into a game where they play all of their separate Hunger Game maps. Wouldn't that be really cool? I think that would. And that is my kind of point right here. I feel like the simpler the system for making a minigame map, like it really should be the exact same system for a regular map, but with 1, world border, 2, minimum chest amount, and 3 spawn point locations. If you just do those 3 things and you make it private, then 1, you make it so no one's going to run into a game they don't want to do. It's just only going to be a positive. 2, map builders will absolutely love it, because they'll have an audience to kind of share their stuff with. People love making Minecraft stuff to share it with people. That's why Minecraft posts about how they built the the Starship Enterprise, is that what it is, are amazing. People have spent hours and tens of hours just to share these builds with someone, and people love doing that, so that's great too. The third point I wanted to raise is that unlike the other mechanism where you make it in public games, this way, Microsoft, if that is, them making the whole kind of no sharing custom minigame maps, you can make it so there's no effect on the profit margins. Because if you want to play public games, you still need to buy the map pack season passes for battle minigame, and this way it's it's something that only improves the revenue. Because once you get bored of those maps, you'll go into private games, and you'll encourage people to come in there with you, and you might even encourage more people to play the minigames, which will of course encourage more sales indirectly. I don't know the exact science behind that, but the point I did want to raise is custom minigame maps are a good idea, and maybe this map here sells you on it. Maybe the giant temple that people have built and made into a full-on map with this giant combat area, maybe this sells you. Maybe the giant dragon, which you can actually get inside of, I believe, because I think there's a chest in the mouth. Maybe this giant dragon sells you on why this is a great idea. Maybe there isn't one in the dragon, but maybe something in this map sells someone watching this video on this idea to at least think about it. That's still I'd like if anyone with any decision-making power sees this. Oh, there's an autosave turning on. Then I'd very much appreciate just to think, and I didn't know I had autosave on. That's interesting. So yeah, that now it's finished autosaving. I just wanted to kind of finish off by saying I think this would be a good idea personally. Obviously, if there are lots of reasons it can't be in the game, if sharing your maps and content is bad for this or that, that'd be great. But I think this is one of those things that, after Hunger Games, which is something that everyone loved and everyone wanted, having the ability to play custom Hunger Games and having the ability to play custom other maps, whatever comes next, is something people would love. And even though it might be a hard thing to justify for certain reasons, I think the net benefit is good for both map makers, for builders, for, I guess they're the same people, people who just like playing things. And obviously for YouTubers, I think it'd probably benefit me too, right? Because being able to see new maps every day, I think that'd be cool personally. Let me know what you think, though, in the comments down below. And if you do want 4J to see this video, please do tweet it at them, or anyone from Microsoft. Whatever you want to do to get this video out there, I'd very much appreciate it. Like the video if you did like it, share if you liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here. I make videos like this every single day on my channel, and if subscribed, you'll see them daily on your homepage. I hope you did all enjoy this in some way. Again, this is just my thoughts I wanted to get out there. Hopefully we can improve the game in some way, but for now, I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.